Hey, it's Rachel. I'm back for another weekly whip. Thank you for joining me. I am excited to be back. We are in the clutches of a very cold winter in the Northeast. And I think the first snowstorm, it was really exciting because, well, I'm in the medical profession, so I have to work anyway, but you know, oh, we're getting snow, how exciting. And then when I am home, like what great weather to sit in it too. But now that we've had snow a couple times and ice and sleet and it's not stopping, I'm pining for the days of spring, or at least the days of above freezing. But I digress. I hope that wherever you are, you're staying warm and safe and healthy. No finished objects, but I started swatching for some things and I'm making progress on other things. So we will just dive right into it. The first little project that I started is a little pocket-sized Yoda. I don't have a picture of the finished object yet, but I finished Yoda's little body, and when it's done, he'll have a little face, have his little ears, and then a little jacket and little hands. So I made pretty good progress in it. I bought this book. It's called Knitting the Galaxy. It's a Star Wars knitting book. It's got a lot of patterns in it. So I was really excited to get it. And even though I had several other projects that I was knitting, I just wanted to start something, even if it was something small. And I figured that I actually had the stash to start making the Yoda. And because I'm all about stash busting this year, I wanted to knit something in that book that I did not have to buy yarn for, something that I already had the yarn for, and it happened to work out that I had the yarn for the pocket-sized Yoda. Okay, so here he is. He is a work in progress. The one thing I'm trying to decide on is whether or not I need to buy toy eyes. They use toy eyes in the picture, but they don't tell you where they get them. So I don't know. I was thinking about just like sewing them on, but we'll see. This is pocket-sized Yoda. My next project is an ongoing project, and it is the tennis sweater. It's going to be a V-neck sweater, and I'm making some progress on it. It's just, this is like my during the week project. There's not too much. I mean, essentially I have to work in this pattern until we're 16 inches up. So I have about 6 more inches to go. And then I knit the front piece, same way. And then we bind off a little bit for sleeves, attach the collar, and that's that. But I, made progress with the pattern. At this point, it's just repetition until I get to where I need to be. And it's easy. It's a great pattern. I found it for free online. But sometimes it gets a little monotonous. So if I'm tired after work and I've done a couple rows, I'll start to doze off. I will feel really relieved once the sweater is done, but I want it done right. I'm happy with the product so far. I'm a little bit nervous about the size, but I think it's gonna be okay. When I knit the gauge swatch, they told you they wanted the certain measurement stretched over the cabling pattern. So I should be good to go with that. I'm very excited that since my last video, I have dove back into my Westfjords Wanderer Shawl by Stephen West. So that's really big. I mean, this has been something I have been knitting, I feel like forever, but it hasn't been. I think over the summer I started it. So this is another project where I have like mental anxiety because it's been on the needles too long, and we're at the point now where I just need to dive in and get it done. I'm a big believer in trying to wear something knitted every day, but I have to start knitting myself some cows and some shawls and some other accessories other than sweaters to be able to make that a reality. So here, it's very unimpressive because of the needles I have it on. So I didn't take the time to put it and stretch it out on big needles, but I'm done the bottom piece, and you can see now I picked up stitches and we're working in like a stockinette garter pattern. So the one thing I'll say about Stephen West, and at least this pattern, is I was so intimidated to start this because the finished product is so intense looking. It's huge. There's a lot of different colors and patterns. This is basically stock, oh my gosh, garter stitched in stockinette. It's basic knit stitches. It's not a big deal. The short rows, there are short rows shaping for the wedges. He gives you a video on how to do it. It is the easiest short rows you'll ever do. So it's really no drama knitting this pattern. I'm hoping now that I'm actually on the body of the shawl, it starts to work a little bit faster. but we'll see. I'm just excited. I consider it a victory that it is out of the bag onto my needles and we're starting to make progress. The final project that I have started, not technically, but I am swatching for is it's called the Sienna vest. Now don't laugh at me because there's a yarn company called Myak or Myak. It's M-Y-A-K. It's supposed to be sustainably sourced yarn from Tibet, and it's supposed to give the people that are farming the animals sustainable, fair trade, employment, and it is really soft and great yarn. So they put together these little yarn clubs and each one has a theme, and this was, I believe, oh sheesh, I think it was the December yarn club, and the pattern is for a vest, and I of course don't have a picture of the vest, but next week I'll show a picture of the vest once I actually start it. As part of this club, you also got handmade ceramic buttons to go with the vest, so it's gonna look really pretty. I'm just trying to slow myself down a little bit because I really am trying to focus on the sweater and the shawl. And it's been very hard because besides swatching and wanting to start this vest, I want to start another pair of socks after getting the socks done. So there's a lot that I want to do, and I feel like reality kind of is pulling me down a little bit, but it's just more motivation to get at least one of these bigger projects done to have it done. But maybe by next video we'll have this casted on and we'll see how it's going, and then I'll show you the picture at that point. But that's where we are. Not bad. Like I said, just finding any opportunity to get some knitting in despite work and life being crazy. I hope you're, like I said, I hope you're staying warm. I don't want to repeat myself. Happy knitting. Take care. See you next time.